everyone. How y'all doing? This is Ron Cunningham, the host of Drummer Talk Pocket Power. We'd like for you to join us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. as we interview different musicians across the world. Bass players, drummers, guitar players, keyboard players, all from the past and some from the future. Let's talk history. Let's get down and bring it back. Brotherhood for life. Drummer Talk Pocket Power. Ron Cunningham, your host. Peace.
Hey, what's up everybody? This is your boy Tim Adams with T-Rap Music Production. Hanging out with my main man, Ron Cunningham. What's up, man? Look, this is where he's featuring all the greatest musicians of all time. You need to be tuned in to this station. This is where you need to be at.
I got evidence. I got confidence. I'm a conqueror. I know that I win. I know. Yeah. God wrote. He wrote it in his plan. Oh, come on, let's lift our voices and say, say my name is. Yes, come on, let's hear it again. My name is. Come on now, let's say what God called me. Listen, hey, God gave me authority to conquer the enemy. He wrote in my destiny that my name is victory. I know that I overcome the battles already won. He wrote in my destiny that my name is victory. I know. God wrote. He wrote it in his plan. Yeah. Oh, yeah. My name is. Singing. My name is. Here we go. I know my identity. My name is victory. I know my identity. My name is V-I-C-T-O-R-Y. Say, I do. My name is say victory. Oh, I know my identity. Say my name is. Hey, say victory. Oh, victory. That's my name. Say victory. I know. Hey, say victory. That's my name. Say victory. I know. Oh, I know. Come on. If you know your name is victory, help me say. I know who I am, yeah. Hey, yeah. Hey, oh, yeah. I know who I am.
God bless you.
Nothing people do, nothing they say will Situations in life have dragged you through the dirt. You've been lied on, lied to, and you had your feelings hurt. But when everything's said and done, you still feel like you can't trust anyone. Just go through. I know God is gonna be, He's gonna be a refuge for you. Just know nothing else matters. Oh, nothing else matters. Oh, no. Nothing people do, nothing people say will affect you in any way. Oh, my Lord. I know nothing else matters when you know the Lord. Can you remember the day when everything people say would just tear your heart apart? Now that you dwell in Christ, there's been a change in your life. He's delivered you from darkness into the light, and nothing matters once you know God for yourself. Nothing they do, nothing they say will hurt you anymore, I declare. Nothing. I know nothing else Nothing people do, nothing they say will hurt you anymore. Nothing matters, even when they hurt your feelings. When they talk about you from sun up to sundown, don't worry about it. You can go on and brush that dirt off your shoulder. You got your own personal relationship with God, and nothing else.
All right. Welcome to another week of Drummer Talk Pocket Power. I'm your host, Ron Cunningham. I tell you, we're a little different tonight. We was having a little technical difficulty. But anyway, we are here tonight. We are interviewing a great friend, musician, doctor, and I tell you, a young man that has become a very, very, very good friend. And I tell you, we have done a lot of music together and things in the community. And I tell you, I'm excited about doing this interview tonight. And I tell you, y'all continue to tag and share. We up to 62 shares already. Y'all continue. All of my Jewish community, tag and share. Tag and share. All of my Jewish friends, tag and share, because tonight is one of yours. And I tell you, we are excited about this interview. And I tell you, I am glad to be able to bring it to you. I tell you, some stuff has been happening around the world that hits everyone, and we want to just send our condolences and prayers out to Nick Cannon and his family. He lost a child, and I tell you, to be able to come on national TV and just tell a story, that was powerful. And I just want to just send out from the Dtpp Network and all of our family, our condolences and our prayers are with you, my brother, you and your wife. Our prayers are with you and your family. The world, y'all continue to pray for this young man. I tell you, I know it had to be tough to be able to be at work and just had to make that announcement. And I tell you, that was tough. That was tough. Those of you who are on here, hit the tag and share button. We want to let you know we got 4 pages running tonight. Ron Cunningham, Facebook Live. Also, we got Drummer Talk Pocket Power. Facebook Live is running. And we on YouTube tonight. Hit that subscribe button. Also, we got 2 networks running tonight. The Dtpp Network is running tonight. Also, the CTF Television is also simulcasting all over the world. We like to just say hello to everyone that is on. Hit that share button, subscribe button, and continue to support the program. We enjoy bringing you interviews after interviews after interviews. Take a listen. All right. We are here tonight for another interview. And tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to tune in. Tomorrow night, this young lady will be with me.
We need your presence, hallelujah. We need your presence, hallelujah. We need your presence, hallelujah.
Amen. On tomorrow night, Sandra Busky will be with me tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. And I tell you, we will be hearing her story and her history. Those of you who have survived COVID-19, we want to dedicate this song to you. Terrence Young from Columbia, South Carolina.
All right, all right. I'm still here by Terrence Young. Now, those of you who's been inboxing and trying to get in touch with my barber, Rob, the R Barber Shop on the celebrity haircut. If you're over 50 and you done lost your hairline, like I have, don't give up. Don't give up because just like it's a lot of stuff for women, it's a lot of stuff for men. Don't give up because guess what? It's going to get better.
Listen, no matter who you are or what you're going through, you still gotta believe it's gonna get better. I got my friend Minister Lisa Noel Smith to help me do it this time. Let's go! Said it's gonna get better. Oh yes sir. It's gonna get better. For you. Said I'm trying him and I know that he will. He'll make it alright. For you. Yeah, you gotta hold on. Hey, for you. Listen, said it's gonna get better. For you. Whatever it is that you're going through, can't give up yet. Ain't no in the towel.
All right. If you're over 50 and you done lost your hairline, it's going to get better. Don't you give up. I tell you, the R Barber Shop right here in Camden, New Jersey, off Martin Pike, will fix you up. When I tell you, he will fix you up. And I'm a witness. I'm a witness. I tell you. So we are getting ready tonight for our friend Bob Ross, Dr. Dr. Bob Ross. I tell you, a young man that has came across my life about 20-something years ago. And, you know, we've been friends ever since. We've been doing big things around the community, you know, with music, the Unity Choir that the synagogue put together, Anita, Beverly Monday Collins put the Unity Choir together that we would do every year, the Martin Luther King celebration at the synagogue McCoy Shalom. And I tell you, we enjoy that, and I tell you, we've been together almost like 15 years, doing this each year. Unfortunately, last year the pandemic hit, and we didn't do the Martin Luther King celebration last year. But I tell you, we are getting ready. We are getting ready. We are getting ready. And we just want y'all to continue to support our show that we do each week. We just thank you.
Hi, I'm Don Padgett, and you're in tune to the Dtpp Network right here.
This is where you at. Tell them, Doc. Tell them where they at.
Hey, I'm Doc Lewis, and
Listen,
keep me right
no
here
matter
because
who you are
I'm
or
hanging
what
out
you're
with
going through, you still gotta
Dtpp.
believe it's
Keep it
gonna
locked.
get better.
All right, this is exactly where you are. You are tuned in tonight at the Dtpp Network. And I tell you, we are excited about this interview tonight because, tell you, a special friend of mine, we've been linked almost 15 years doing music together. And I tell you, we are excited about this interview. We want you, those of you who has come on, we already at 62 shares. Continue to tag and share. We thank you for hitting the subscribe button as well. We on 4 different channels tonight. We on, matter of fact, we on 5 different channels tonight. We on Ron Cunningham Facebook Live. You can also catch this on Bob Ross Facebook Live. You also can catch this on Drummer Talk Pocket Power Facebook Live. We also on YouTube tonight. Hit the subscribe button, and we got 2 networks. 2 networks that's carrying this tonight. The DTPP Network, also the CTF Television Network. How many of y'all remember this? Good God Almighty. All right. We are getting ready. We almost there, I tell you. And we just want to just let you know to thank. I want to thank you. I want to thank you all. I want to thank you all for tuning in tonight. And those of you who's coming on in, all of my friends, all of my Unity Course friends, y'all tag and share when y'all come on. Some of y'all might be tagging in a little late, but we'll still be here You can always go back during the week if you miss a little bit. You can always go back during the week and catch some of this good interview. I tell you, so I'm excited, and we just want to let you know what we have coming up. What do we have coming up? All righty, and more. On tomorrow night, this young lady will be with us.
We need your presence. Hallelujah. We need your presence. Hallelujah. We need your presence. Hallelujah.
All right, thank you for joining us tonight. I tell you, we got a young man that, like I said earlier, that we linked up about 15 years ago, and we've been friends, good friends ever since. And I tell you, I always tell him he has a soul stroke on his guitar. And I tell you, we want to welcome him tonight. We want to welcome Dr. Bob Ross. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. Thanks so much for having me, Ron.
Yeah, I was, telling the people earlier, how we linked up, and how we was doing a lot of stuff in the community, even with the Unity Choir and RC. I forgot what we was calling ourselves, but we just did, was doing a lot of stuff in the community, and I tell you, I'm just glad to have you on here tonight. And we
Thanks
want
again.
to just take you back, and we want you to take your time and tell your story and your history, and we want to hear that tonight. And how did you get started?
So I grew up in Bergen County, up in North Jersey. Not originally from the Philly area. Grew up rooting for New York teams, which is hard for people to understand. But I've become a Philly fan since I've been down here over 35 years. I grew up in a town called Bergenfield, and Bergenfield actually had a great music program. And I started actually by playing trumpet. And
Wow.
I played trumpet in the I started in about sixth grade, and I played trumpet in the high school band. And that got me interested in, it was the first introduction to music. And somewhere along the way, I picked up guitar. Part of it was I started. I went to a summer camp actually up in the Catskills in New York State, and it was a really neat place. A lot of hippie type people up there, and my counselor one year kind of looked like George Harrison from the Beatles, and listened to the concert from Bangladesh all summer, and got me interested in guitar. And I started playing pretty much just folk guitar. Singer songwriters of that era like Jim Croce, the Beatles, Paul Simon, Cat Stevens, Harry Chapin, um, James Taylor. So that's really what I did for for many years. I just really played an acoustic guitar. Didn't go up on the fretboard very high, maybe the first 5 frets, and I learned finger picking and strumming, and that was pretty much it for a while. And then
So so when you start when you read music.
I can read treble clef, yes.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
because I learned in trumpet.
Oh, okay, okay. So when you got started, so you was taking guitar classes,
Actually, pretty much self-taught.
self taught.
Pretty much self-taught at at that point. Um, as time went on, I became a physician. Went through all the education and everything, and we moved down to this area. And after the kids, the kids got a little older, I started playing again. And actually, when I turned 40, I bought an electric guitar, and I had really
Okay.
never played an electric guitar before that.
Hmm.
And I thought it was time to probably start to really learn the instrument. Would have been a little easier to have done it back in my teens, but I decided that I would try to, get up the fretboard a little bit more, and learn how to play, learn the scales and learn lead, and expand what I was doing. And I needed to take lessons for, because it just was
Hmm.
too hard for me to learn on my own.
Well, let me just say something because when we met, when we met, I mean I noticed a style. Your style was just is it's just was a like a hit click soul beat style. I mean, you know, I when you first started clicking, I was like, man, you doing some licks on there. You doing some licks. So my thing is, where did you how did you pick up the style? I mean, how did it get with you?
Yeah, I mean, I think I think I've I always say I'm a better musician and have a better ear than I am an actual player.
Hmm.
Um, and I think I'm able to adapt pretty well to different situations. I never played gospel before.
Right.
Um, I did learn, I was, learning how to play lead guitar. But I'd never played gospel before. It was kind of a challenge, but I loved it. I mean, it was
Hmm.
so new and refreshing and exciting. And there was probably some inspiration there. Um, maybe drawing off some of what I'd listened to when I was younger, Motown, and listening to a lot of the session players and things like that, and maybe adapting a style like that. But it was I got to say, it was probably more the inspiration from what was around me. I mean, the gospel was great. I was
Hmm.
also playing with really good musicians. Playing with you and Terry. Terry Washington as a bass player. Um, you know, and it was just a lot of fun, and I must have somehow picked it up, and I've kind of done that with a lot of different situations. I've been in different bands, and I kind of adapt to what I'm hearing and feeling.
Right, and your ear is sharp because we had Beverly Monday Collins. She was definitely a hard playing piano player, guitar player, and you led us, and we followed you, as you were following her. But the thing is that just like you say, you can pick up stuff from the ear, and she was one of the ones that even with the unity choir, we just had to you led us to how to follow her as well, and that's.
I never thought of it that way. I appreciate
Uh-huh.
the
Yeah.
compliment. It was certainly a challenge. She would play in keys that I wasn't really used to playing in. A lot
Hmm.
of for all the guitar players out there trying to play in D flat, G flat, and A flat, not the easiest thing to do, and all the modulation, the changing of the keys as the song would move forward. We would
Hmm.
also, was a real challenge. I mean, I always looked at it as it was the hardest thing I did all year because it was such a challenge, and also to stay with her. I mean, she was great,
Right.
and Beverly was amazing,
Hmm.
and probably also one of the people that I drew some inspiration from and fed off of. But yeah, definitely a challenge, and
Hmm.
yeah, it was so great. I mean, I just look forward to it every year. We did it
Hmm.
probably about 15 years, I guess. We
Right.
had done it.
Hmm.
Um, I guess you told everybody about it, or people
Hmm.
know about it, I
Hmm.
guess.
Hmm. Yeah,
So,
and Anita Hartman,
mhm.
I tell you, uh, she was a great teacher and still is a great teacher. And when I joined the Unity Choir, she would, like, I was learning uh, the Jewish side of music, and you was learning the Baptist sides of music. So it was like we came together as a unit, but we did it. It was fun. It was fun, and
Yeah, it was a blast. It was a blast.
like you say, we look forward to it every year. And I tell you, when my favorite song, my favorite song was In This House, and it's like I couldn't wait till we get to that song. But but doing musical concerts like that, it was just amazing just to see how people can come together and be a unit.
Yeah, it was a great mix. I mean,
Hmm.
I think both congregations fed off each other and could learn from each other. Um, and yeah, it was interesting, doing the gospel music because it wasn't really written down,
Right,
and
right.
and there really wasn't a lot of written music, and so trying to find it, and it was really a challenge to hear the chord structure and the changes because it was so different uh, from what I was used to, and I leaned a lot of times on Terry on bass to kind of help me with
Yeah.
some of the changes I wasn't hearing.
Uh-huh.
And in the same respect, I think it was great, for everybody, from Antioch to um, you know kind of learn more of the not say rigid, but the written music, and
Mhm. Mhm.
so
Mhm.
it was a great combination, and it was just again such a blast playing, both at Friday night services, and then sometimes we would be at the church, and then we had done other things out in the community also. So
Right,
yeah,
right, right. Yeah, and
real highlight. Yeah.
yeah, like we did. We played and we helped different artists. And as we came together as a music team, we was looking around. We was doing all type of music.
Right.
Fiona. We did Fiona. Her music. You remember her, Fiona?
I'm not sure. You might have to tell me the song. I'm not sure. I remember the artist. Yeah, I had
Yeah.
thank God for YouTube and things like that, where you could actually at least see versions of them to try to learn from. And the
Right.
versions that I would watch were some of the most amazing choirs putting this stuff together, and amazing musicians. I remember, and seeing, and also tried to emulate a little bit of what I saw some of the guitar players do. And the one time we did, we played at the church in North Philly,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
and
Yes.
that was also, a real education for me to sit in, um, and appreciate the different, kind of the different styles.
Right. That was
So,
Fiona. That was Fiona in
oh, that
Northfield.
was okay. All right, I got you. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I tell you, man. Like I say, it's been amazing time that we had together. So when you look back on oh, congratulations, everybody. Let me just say this before I forget. Now I'm a new grandfather, 2 months old.
Oh,
You
it's
seven
only two
weeks.
months. I
Huh?
didn't realize
Yep.
it was two. Oh, I didn't realize for you it was 2 months.
Yep. So we
Yeah.
both
Okay.
we both are new grandfathers here. We are
Okay.
both new grandfathers here.
Yeah, I have a
And,
new grandson, Isaiah,
uh-huh.
and he was born actually about 7.5 weeks ago. I guess their birthdays are not that different.
Right, right,
Not not
right,
not
right,
that not that far apart. Yeah, it's
right.
been it's been it's been a blast, as you can imagine. It's our
Hmm.
first, as the same as you. So
Right,
we're
right,
loving it, and parents are doing great. The baby's doing great, and it's just such a joy.
right, right. That's what's up. I tell you, I know it's a different type of love, and every chance we get, we have him. And I tell you, it's just a different type of love.
It is. It is
It's a different type of love, and
hard to
just
describe until you come
right,
through it.
exactly, and just doing the different things with him, and he has his little schedule, and just to be in intense with him, and
Hmm.
just enjoying it. I listen. I look forward to the weekends, and
Oh, absolutely,
sometimes I sneak in the
absolutely.
middle of the week. I'm coming by just to see him.
Any excuse, right?
Yes, yes, yes. So how's the family? How's the madam?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question.
How's the wife? How's the family?
Everybody's doing good. Michelle, my wife, is doing good. Both kids are doing well. My son, who just had the baby, they're settling into parenthood. My other son, Ari, both my kids live in Philadelphia. Kids, you
Oh,
call them
okay.
kids, adults. They're 30
Okay.
and 33. So yeah, they both live in Philadelphia, and both bought houses during the pandemic, which ended up working out very well.
Wow, that was
And
good. That was
yeah,
good.
yeah,
That
we
was
get
good.
yeah, and it's great. They're local, so we get to see them both a lot. We got to see them over the holidays, which was wonderful.
Right, right.
Saw them for Hanukkah, which Hanukkah just ended, so we did see them during that also, which was exciting. It was Isaiah's first Hanukkah. I'm sure he'll remember it very well. We got the pictures to remind him.
Wow, yeah, that's what's up. I tell you, man, just like I mean, just by us, connecting around 15 years ago, I just want to say, as a brother and friend, man, you have the greatest personality, man, I ever known, and it's I appreciate friends like you. You know what I mean? You the same person every time I come around. You the same person.
Appreciate it.
You
Appreciate it.
know,
It's been
so
yeah, it's been wonderful, and playing obviously the same, but actually playing with a drummer of your quality has also been a real pleasure.
I
So
appreciate that,
it's
man.
nothing like playing with great musicians. I've been staying pretty active playing music these days. It's been a little tougher the last couple of years, but I play in a cover band called You Get What You Pay For,
Hmm.
appropriately enough. And we play a fair amount. We haven't played as much during the pandemic, unfortunately.
Hmm.
Um, but what the other, and then I've just, I get involved in a lot of different things. I'll play with anybody is what I
Right.
usually say. A couple of other things that I've gotten involved with. Gotten involved with a really nice group of musicians called the South Jersey Acoustic Roots Music Society.
Hmm.
They're based in Medford,
Okay.
and yeah, it's a group of South Jersey musicians. Guitar player, banjo, some fiddle, mandolin, a little bit of everything, and they do it's meet on a regular basis, and it runs the gamut from Americana to bluegrass to singer songwriter, um, even a little country. So that's been a great, a really cool thing I've been involved in. And the other thing I just wanted to talk about a little bit because it really the way I play now, at least on my acoustic guitar,
Hmm.
I do a lot of what's called fingerstyle guitar,
Hmm.
which is and I learned this um, very strange story, but 13 years ago when I turned 50, my 50th birthday, Michelle got me my gift was to go out to a guitar camp in southeast Ohio,
Hmm.
run by a guy named Jorma Kalkinen,
Hmm.
who is a well-known guitarist who was in the Jefferson Airplane, a
Hmm.
group from the 60s, and he's in a group now called Hot Tuna for the last 50 years. In both electric and acoustic, and he plays fingerstyle guitar. So and since then, I loved it so much um, that I've been out 11 times since, and I've learned a lot of the music of Reverend Gary Davis. I'm not sure if you've heard of him. He was a blind African American guitar player born in the South and
Hmm.
um, came up north and is what is considered one of the best fingerstyle guitar players. And a lot of other kind of old, ragtime type music, Blind Blake, um, Bill. I'm blanking on his name, but mostly Reverend Gary Davis. So it's been
Hmm.
really, So I do a lot of different, a lot of different things, and I'm also just back to where I started as a teenager, playing out sometimes just with the acoustic and myself. Doing a lot of the singer songwriters from the '70s. So I've kind of come full circle, but still, trying to expand whenever I can.
Wow, that's what's up. I'm looking at some of the comments. Y'all tag and share. If y'all on here, tag and share. We already at 62 shares, 63 now. Uh, yeah, y'all tag and share. If you on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. We do have both networks running tonight. The DTPP network, also the CTF television network, is simulcasting this interview all over the world tonight, and we want to appreciate them. We are praying for them to continue to do what they are doing. And we at DTPP Network, we appreciate all the work that you are doing for us. Um, so I tell you, man, as the future goes, we don't know what the future holds, but hopefully in the future everything can get back together where maybe we can get back together with the
Yeah.
Unity Choir or some type of band.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, unfortunately the pandemic has really, it's really changed everything, and I kind of hoped we would have been out of it by now, but it looks like we're, going to be socked into it for a bit longer, at
Hmm.
least through this winter, and makes it hard, really not comfortable playing indoors at this time. At least, when the weather gets nicer, we can play outdoors. That's really
Hmm. Hmm.
kind of have to brave the elements. We had a couple of gigs this summer that had to be canceled because of rain and things like that. But and some of the some of the online stuff is is at least keeping some people together. Thankfully,
Right.
with the synagogue, we shifted pretty quickly, and we shifted to Zoom services, which was
Hmm.
really a great way of staying connected.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
and we've done there are some music things you can do where you piece music together. Different people play things. You can't play together at the same time. The technology is not quite there.
Right.
But I've done some projects where I've recorded something and sent it to somebody, and they've put it together. The choir has done something. The choir at McCourt Shalom has done some things like that.
Hmm.
Um, it's kind of anything to stay connected to music during this whole time. So
Right. Right.
this
Right. And
podcast you're doing is great in that spirit. Absolutely.
listen, this is what I'm talking about. This was born during the pandemic. And I just, my thing is, not knowing I was going to be going and going and going and going. And I tell you, it is, it's fun. Everybody has a story, and it's just fun to just interview people, just to hear them tell a story, hear them talk about their families. Just a conversation that keeps you connected. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yes, yes, yes,
Absolutely. Yeah.
yes. So if anything else you would like to share with the people tonight.
Um, yeah, I kind of glossed over a little bit. I guess we have a little bit of time. I kind of glossed
Yeah.
over my experience at that camp,
Uh-huh.
and I just wanted to expand on it a little bit because
Mhm.
it was, I ended up going to the camp and then being a counselor for about 7 years, and it was a very unique place.
Mhm.
Um, it was actually started by Holocaust
Mhm.
survivors.
Mhm.
As it turns out, my stepmother, my my mother died when I was fairly young. My father remarried, and the woman that he married, her name was Ruth, was a survivor of the Holocaust. She was in concentration camps and displaced persons camp, and she and her husband came to the United States in 1960,
Mhm.
and a number of her friends started this camp in the Catskills, um, to sort of emulate some of the summer camps that were in Eastern Europe in the 1930s before World War II and the Holocaust.
Mhm.
And as I said, it was really it revolved around something called Yiddish culture,
Mhm.
which is a little different than Hebrew and Israeli culture. Um, but it was more more cultural than religious,
Mhm.
and a lot of the people that went there were incredibly talented. There were a lot of people that came out of that camp that ended up being professional musicians, professional Broadway actors and actresses. The gentleman who designed the Freedom Tower, in New York, where the World Trade Center sat, was he's a famous architect who was also from this camp.
Mm-hmm.
And there again, it was about 15 miles from Woodstock, so there were
Mm-hmm.
all a bunch of hippies. And
Right. Mm-hmm.
but I just mention it again because it really was a major turning point in my life and got me really interested in music.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and just thank God that kind of set me on the course. Music is just, yeah, for me, is just so important. It is. I just love it. I'm in the twilight of my career, and I'm gonna be retiring soon, and I hope to do more music and possibly teach. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, for me, it's always, no matter what I've done, music has been the common thread that's really, you know, hate to say weaved its way. It's a little bit of a cliche, but really has weaved its way through a lot of
Right.
what I've done.
Right. I mean, I tell you, music is a therapy for some of us, and like I say, I love when you know we get together. I just, it's just a fun time. Over 15 years, and like it just every time we get together, it's just like family.
Yes,
We do it
absolutely.
we did it every year. It's just like family. Even you know doing the Philadelphia Museum.
Hmm.
Uh, you know, uh, Going up to do the
The
church in
Trenton, right?
yep, in
Yep.
Trenton.
Oh, and
Yep,
the
the
church in Somerset, yeah,
church.
Beverly's Church.
Yeah,
That had the
we.
greatest sound system I'd ever. It had the greatest sound system, and you could dial in all your own mixes and everything. Oh my God, that was great.
Yeah, I tell you, I mean those are fun times, and I like I say, I hope that we'll be able to get that back. And it's just was something we all look forward to.
We did, yes.
And like I say, it was family. It was just family. We all came together on a special occasion celebrating the life of Dr. Martin Luther King.
Hmm.
And it's just something you look forward to every year. And I tell you, I was looking for some videos today, past videos. I thought I saved them, but then another file I couldn't find because I was
Yeah, there's
definitely
some,
gonna
there's
put.
somewhere we have them. I think in the synagogue
Hmm.
archives somewhere.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
well, look, I mean, who knows what the future holds? But hopefully, if we're able to get through, we're going to get through the pandemic. I mean,
Right.
we're going to get through it. It's not going to be forever.
Hmm.
Things, some things may change, for the foreseeable future. But there'll be a time when we'll all be able to, get back together and play music. It might be in a different form, different forum, or whatever. And that's, so yeah, I know I miss it. We missed it, last year. Yeah, 2 years ago, it was January was the last time we all
Hmm.
played together. And that was, the January before the pandemic started. And we missed it last year. We're not going to do it this year. And, we'll,
Right.
we'll have to see, or we'll
Hmm.
create something new, you know? As long as we still
we,
got our creativity and our spirit, we can
you're
we can
right.
probably do anything.
We'll create something. You are definitely right. I tell you, man, it's been a pleasure tonight. It's been a
Well, thanks
pleasure.
so much for having me. I kind of asked you originally, was like, you really want to talk to me, but it's been, it's haven't really played professionally, but I do play a lot, and try to make the most of it. As I said, it's so important to me. I love playing with people. I love doing all different kinds of stuff.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Most things. A couple of things I'm not as excited about. But
Hmm. Hmm.
thanks so much for having me, and to everybody out there, thanks for chiming in and listening, and hope I didn't bore you, or I hope it gave you a little
Well,
bit different perspective from what you probably normally see on your podcast. But thanks so much, appreciate it.
listen, you getting people doing thumbs up, people are throwing
All
the
right.
hearts up. So it definitely wasn't boring, I tell you. Like, look, we here at the DTP Network, we talk to everybody. And everybody is important when they come on here. So it's not somebody here, somebody there. Everybody's a star on the DTP Network.
All
Trust
right.
me, we treat you all that way, and that's the way we have it.
Yeah, this
And
was great gig you got going here.
thank you, and I appreciate that, man. And I tell you, you tell Michelle and the boys I say hello.
I will.
And we would definitely be keeping in touch, my brother.
Sounds good. Look forward to talking to you, and look forward to hopefully playing with you again.
Amen. Amen. Those of you who are on here, hit that share button. Make sure if you missed it, go back and hit the replay button. Also hit the subscribe button, and both networks is on. Until tomorrow night, we have a young lady coming on here tomorrow night, Sandra Busky. Here she is.
We need your presence. Hallelujah. We need your presence. Hallelujah. We need your presence. Hallelujah.
All right, tonight we had.
Great.
All right, tonight we had Bob Brooks. Bob, listen, you take care, man.
Thanks
And
again, Ron. Great
I
talking
would,
to you.
I would be
Thanks so
keeping
much.
in touch. I promise you that, man.
All right.
Take care. God bless
Take
you.
it easy.
All right. God
Bye-bye.
bless you. Uh-huh.
situations in life